TV so ne yebema hwefo akwaba ne ahyese mo bejimre na update a yensa aka ne nyina yemboaboa no na yemfa emamo na on your screens obehu eye Nana Kwame Bedi Akon eye Cheddar na osanso hu eye number 1 Oxford Street eno Nana Kwame Bedi Akon ni hotel a operate ewo su na sesi ameno ka say Nana Kwame Bedi Akon is almost about to lose eye number 1 Oxford Street eno eye dan ba kwa ewo Ghana ha say am say eye landmark ewo su ode agi ni din pa eno ene wo screens no so na o hwe no na Azad Kola ene Nana Kwame Bedi Akon Azad Kola ono oye British me can say British property real estate person o develop a dining hotels near the UK and Mountain so and Nana Kwame Bedi Akon so ewo Ghana ha say na ensense bia ba se sia me no ka say Ghana police service ya momo eye ekwan anase omo ama ehun kwan se omo emboa eye Kola Holdings na omo enkonko take over on number 1 Oxford Street Nana Kwame Bedi Akon Cheddar and Cheddar ne dan ewo osu omo enkonko take over na no na ede ensem bebre ede aba because Kola Holdings ene Nana Kwame Bedi Akon Kola Holdings ede loan bi ede ema enumu ebi na odi develop number 1 Oxford Street sisi amino ka say sa dan no esi ho amino be dinka de to anim say a very huge landmark e wo Ghana ha say mpo any osu enti say sika no mu bi na odi develop that particular number 1 Oxford Street e wo osu no na omo awie hu adwuma e was a repayment bi de ekoso sisi amino ka say sa repayment no e ho asem akwakoye bebre Nana Kwame Bedi Akon ontimi entuaye omuko ka asem no e wo court e wo UK Mountain so no mudi asem no se sika no Nana Kwame Bedi Akon entimi entuade ene e wo se number 1 Oxford Street no dan and a hotel e wo so no e wo se Kola Holdings omu take over enti no na omu edi ni amano ebesi ano se omu enhwe na omu endi ho asem and say omu hwe no me take over number 1 Oxford Street na ehun sem na de beba Nana Kwame Bedi Akon ababontin ochiremu sika no ontimi enje emfa ma ono nko ane ho ema ne nyeye so on your screens High Court grants police assistance for receiver to take over Cheddar's number 1 Oxford Street hotel due to 24.9 million debt $24.9 million debt eno any sika button e so we some of the reports I won't say ebi 14 million ebi 24.9 million what is the background behind that amount now as a essence and any na say Kensington Residential Partners Residential Partners Limited almost so another make say company almost they are also into residentials any hotels hospitality business na mu bi na omowo na eno no company eno na number 1 Oxford Street ehase na Nana Kwame Bedi Akon any Azad Kola ono na Kola Holdings Nura omu ye no na ka bo mu says Kensington Residential Partners Limited no omu ye no na ka bo mu omu teye enti that loan was taken under that company enti say am no ka say me di betu dwa say Nana Kwame Bedi Akon da screens yi or the other two dwa say ono de ogisikani tum so ono nko na ebetua enyeye. That is why you see different figures being circulated who 24 million who 14 million ningina ne say Sa Kensington Partners no residential partners no Nana Kwame Bedi Akon any Azad Kola obi a 50-50 shares enti say yakwaji no the ama company na e wo so hutua fa na me so me dey mutua fa but then in that whole money no omo e dey developing number 1 Oxford Street enti how is business being conducted at number 1 Oxford Street enti the proceeds from the operation from number 1 Oxford Street edanya esu osu no e wo se sika no mu bi etimi kotua the part of 50-50 shares Nana Kwame Bedi Akon enso ewo Kensington mu no enti se ano ena se se abeno ka say Nana Kwame Bedi Akon on sheda ntia because who say one particular loan no the different forms of recoveries ena ede aba no so a ebi ene say they are coming to take over number 1 Oxford Street ensem bebre ama for do na omo as omo raho because we have people who support him omo who say we dey edan a ye dey egi edin wo Ghana hankakra na sisi amano ne fo omo eba be take over omo yi obi wo Ghana ha se omra na omume take over na ni nyina mu no unse businessmen ene sikafo dodo na ya na bi mu kire mu se omu etoda unse omu dodo na abosia oje odi akoye development wa ha enyini anu akotua oje na odi akoye bibi wa ha enyini anu akotua ejina na kwa mebedi akon emre bi ebeto drama ye Kevin Taylor edi ne ho nsem bi beto twa ansem odi beto dwa ne nyina na etire mu a ohun ne sema amudi na chi ya support the ye ohun musana ohun sema agbo bi na mudi because there were some speculations among us say bi mo bombo sia na mudi ye ohun ye ohun say oh we yondaka shepe mu a eke egu no so no enye ketwa enti ebi enem say esia ama eye na kwame bedi akon oya lose the property no na Kevin Taylor den send bi to dwa em say ebi mu bi sa say ade ohun kan ohun no pen ana because and some of the two job back then no na em say ni nyina related to the fact say ohun sika bia owo no ohun say e kan ko na omo edinam ti Kevin Taylor edin send bi etudwa about na kwame bedi akon quickly ni e be ko ni akwakotie na ya ba se se yi den e na e ba be koso police edi assistance edi ma receiver who is near amano say onko take you over number 1 Oxford Street no what is the update on that yentie Kevin Taylor on Nana Kwame Bedi Akon Emra Sisi
Cheddar ye kromfo Cheddar oyewi any young man be already 40 years and over or so support Cheddar with Jimmy in life na I waste me say any young Ghanaian with 40 years and over I will say Cheddar na ebe change my brabo sa nipa no na brabo aboso ayeka obey sa akowu ontumi nya 100,000 into work so bewu ontumi wa wo ne mba bedi hia I am telling you, I'm not cursing you. These are the facts. Now, her Cheddar. Onena nam Ghana wapim pam. Eye ketin sashi she usedi ende onenam Ghana. Ah, also nye sika. Now when you wiase sika jina sika na de na ode ye Ghana o. If you are over 35, basically you are 40 years. Onye akora o, onye youth. You that man, you that woman at your age also to me Cheddar tena ho kire na de etunufo. And they say at that point, Nasa one no etu your Cheddar too because ohia one boy abrabo ye anto to nyoma ye. Una we Jimmy. Cheddar ye kromfo, everybody knows he has not even been able to clear himself. He's a thief. Makan so many times I have spoken to Cheddar on phone. Mushana mumusano. And why I am saying he's a thief. I want him to bring it up. Cheddar is a thief. Oya kromfo. He's a liar in the first place. He's a dishonest guy. Oh yeah, you people think we just sit here and spin a Cheddar minimum way. Where do I know this guy? Where Cheddar minimum way? Who is he? Dalton Iwi. But I want the young people to understand. So I question pam curtains session and I'm Ghana no. Only me. Some were even $2 million. Now me a Ghana and be worth $50 million. Only minyansa. Why do you say you want to go into politics? To do what? You can't go into politics and force a policy. You can't. But you can sit out, use your money to help the people you are saying so more breno. Na kwasi ampe you the 42 nanka Cheddar ebi adwuma na nke fa wasanka wo mana wa wo mu se preko nka benye bia hwe mo ana meboa onko ya president answer otuma hwe wo now Cheddar emedi president we the 50 aboa otu nyine fu dwene. That is how you have to say kamoko dem a na mo dum light na mo dem mo curtains na aye fi na mo nsesa no na mo te mo say na me dia asase so be 40 to 42 years. Mean to me $100 and to home me back and son me and the me piena ka bomb ya and kora nyina da ne mmoa. These are things you think about. How am I going to change the lives of my kids? That is what I think about every day as a rational dad. Before I go to bed, that's what I think about. So me musa me mbato e dia agro me show mo something clicks. I ask myself, at a point, I will not be strong like this. At a point, my wife is not going to be strong like this. At a point, we cannot do what we are doing. Intimation me mama sometimes when I sit and they are playing. Last weekend, Olympics. They were so excited. You were cheering. But I sat sometimes, you keep quiet and you watch your kids. Parents be out or take it time at a point. No, Gina. No, they think deep about the future of their kids. How am I going to?
And that was Kevin Taylor. Someone or can maybe edify Nana Kwame Bedi Akon, especially even the source of income any ade the source of wealth ni nyina ade a na onu hu ne say ase abrantie no the way ni sika sewtie no you heard him say abrantie no oyekromfo sabi oye wa uswa I mean what walk somewhere between 30 to 35 na say u follow Nana Kwame Bedi Akon na je say adwene papa bi because wo sa na wo say wo chine tena ase na wo ye den utunefo enti onim de enti a wo say u follow Nana Kwame Bedi Akon at that particular age because ohun say sabi ohun say according to Kevin Taylor no sabi krono bi na obo a odi enya ne ho say de wonya ne ho eno Kevin Taylor de na afi no join ye Nana Kwame Bedi Akon versus Azad Kola and as a Kola Holdings versus Nana Kwame Bedi Akon ehonsem na ye de eba na eno ye de update bremo and as update we am poni amawati as say Ghana Police Service omo de order aba say nipa kro ni amano dodu a e wo so ko take over number 1 Oxford Street no omo man assistance omo di a police voice di akire say omo ko make sure say edan kama esi hayi edan kama esi hayi Nana Kwame Bedi Akon dia no omo enkono ko take over because since the time UK court Emma order said Azad Kola any Nicola Holdings they should come and take over number 1 Oxford Street no onyadia omo apne so amasa ISC na ni nyina ne se Nana Kwame Bedi Akon tiremu a sika over $24 million nyo ono kwa na oso tua because Kensington Residentials company oni Azad Kola na tie enum no mo gi sika se omo de ba be develop number 1 Oxford Street and this asema ba na sika ni ntimi ntua ya den na wo se wo ba na obeka se ne sa de a wo ba be take over odwene ho a wonte ase wo kwan bi a mo befa so wo betua sika na ene mo nya hyehyeye payment plan for bi should be rolled out said be ya sika no betumi atutua na atumi ade afri ho enti eho ensem de akwakwa ye bebre enti amafo dodo na omo ebisa Nana Kwame Bedi Akon what is really going on sika ni de be ye campaign na because campaign no hu de na e course chale say number 1 Oxford Street make profit they should make sure say they are settling all that debt. That is what is supposed to be done. But who campaign course so na ye president edi so maybe people were saying say Nana Kwame Bedi Akon be president o Ghana ha say ya say e done so dey ade nyina wan hwe a be china we Ghana sika nyina akwakotua. That was what some people were saying. Enti ase yi no ho amamanfo ye hu say some na amamanfo ka say abranche na bia odedeka bi a wo so tuatua ne ade enti aha no okumu ho no aba be hwe say presidential no obetimi awini na onya wini dia Ghana for mawu enti ahun popoye na eyi banana a lot of people are asking questions and they want to get to know what is really coming out from this particular one. Enti that is the update. See I'm not say the Ghana Police Service said number 1 Oxford Street Kola Holdings omo na omo enko take over 14.9 million debt e bin so 24 million debt so medin ka chromu say 14 million probably Kensington Residentials 50-50 shares between Azad Kola and Nana Kwame Bedi Akon ene maso mu chesa sika no mu a say Nana Kwame Bedi Akon de a ewom ene $14 million na $14 million na e wo so tua na ode ema Azad Kola ene Nicola Holdings. So that is the update ayewo edimamo on this particular one. 80 number 1 Oxford Street police are share say court order say free UK buy no omo emwa na omo entimi endi so enti that is the update that we have for you on this particular one. You better answer no so na yede update no enso so ede amamo. You better also na yede update no ede amamo. You better chairman wuntumi aso na yede ensem no efi honom ede aba. Na watwi mu na yede update ede bremo say chairman wuntumi Accra High Court sentencing the 20 years imprisonment say onko them 20 years with hard labor with some fines to the tune of 120,000 Ghana cedis. Chama want to me ono and that screens no so na and won some de bebre e man sisi am no ka say kra MPP for do na 24 kwa 9 po wa mra am say no mu kokuma se no so me emfa ho ne hwe che se de chairman ho sitie na chairman ye receive no ewo in some prisons no sign na near city e be ko ne akwa but then and some bebre and amount for e kan e de fa especially yes okoduru ho no na aduane crown be so obedi bi ne ra ho ama yesu because said na owo vim pa se obi antimi nya ne hwe wo Ghana ha sei na all of a sudden yet me na come 20 years. Even when President John Dramani Mahama be president, no say President Mahama to me and for sample kano. But then CCM no can say 20 years. Omo ko appeal, ye nim the appeal no go akosi there. But then that is the update. And here recognize according to what really happened. Time you receive a chairman want to be was some prisons no. You be call because CCM no can say requesting person can fa no call hospital. Because who bed no okoda so no. Yen call na yen video away from Black Rasta. Niamra say
Wound to me's first day at Nsawam prison. All that happened. My brother, my sister, we have told you time and again that Wound to me will go to jail no matter what. No Obia man can save him. No witchcraft, no wizardry can save him. As we used to say in the days, he had crossed the Rubicon. And it was natural for the die to be cast as long as the Rubicon is crossed. This is Chairman Wontumi. Very arrogant guy. My brother, my sister, he came out of nothing into something, made so much money. My brother, my sister, by the age of 24, he said he already owned 2 huge story buildings in Kumasi. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison yesterday, and he was shocked. Even though NPP idiots are going round, my brother, my sister, saying that it had already come out that he was going to be sentenced to 20 years in prison. My brother, my sister, he was visibly shocked at the time that the judge, Justice Audrey Kokuvi Tay, pronounced judgment on him. He looked left, then he looked right, and he wished the ground could open and swallow him into oblivion. But no, realism was a plaster on his forehead like the sign of Cain. My brother, my sister, this is Chairman Wontumi. Now, after the pronouncement, his lawyers walked out with their tails in between their legs. They have tried all kinds of legal tricks to be able to slow down the momentum of the trial. But the sitting judge stood her grounds and said no to any tarriness. My brother, my sister, he was driven all the way to Nsawam. And when he landed right there at Nsawam, he looked around, pinched himself several times, and told himself that what? He couldn't believe this. A man who is used to luxury, a man who has seen money, a man who has stolen from the state, a man who has destroyed the flora and fauna of the state selfishly for his own comfort, right now had entered into the wide gates of Nsawam prison. My brother, my sister, when he walked in there, they moved him straight to his cell. He was not supposed to go there with any big bag. He was only going in there with a Ghana must go. That is what is allowed. And when he went in there, this was what happened exactly when he got in there. He arrived around 5:45 p.m., 5:45. And when the gates were opened, he walked in there. And other prisoners were already in the yard. They started mentioning his name. That was when he saw the other side of reality. Come here. Watch this. Now, Chairman Wontumi having gone in there, they took him straight to what many people will call the VIP section. But the name is the Diagnostic Center. He went in there. Now, what is in there is different from the rest of the cells. Here, there is a fan, no air conditioning. But there is also a TV set connected to DSTV that you could watch Chelsea that you wanted to buy a few years back. You had the chance to watch animals in the wild like Pastor Mensa Otabil would. My brother, my sister, and his bed was a student-sized bed. The mattress was thin like this, as if 2 mosquitoes were going to sleep on that. With his heavy weight and huge body, oh my God, when he was pointed to the banged bed, that this was going to be his bed, he went on his knees immediately and started to pray. My brother, my sister, tears welled his eyes, and he could be heard by officers say, "Oh, Irade, if this is my new home, give me the strength to be able to stay here." And tears welled up his eyes. Water started to come down. Chairman Wontumi was visibly shattered beyond comparison. My brother, my sister, his Ghana must go was on one side of the thing. Now, this diagnostic center can take up to about 50 people. It's bank-based like student halls. He got in there, and it went all the way to 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Everyone was going to bed. Chairman Wontumi couldn't sleep. He turned his body left and right. He got up and prayed all the way to about 10 p.m. He tried to go back to bed again. Sleep eluded him. My brother, my sister, he tried to look through the window, but he could only look into the yard. And he realized that the whole place was very quiet, except a few crickets that made a lot of noise around, coupled with the guttural voices, the basic voices of a few toads. Chairman Wontumi shed more tears. He couldn't sleep the whole night. He was coughing. Chairman Wontumi, my brother, my sister, saw reality. He prayed and prayed and prayed. But that was just the first day. He has 19 years more and 364 1/4 days to go, if he's to go by all 20 years. We know that it's not up to that when we are dealing with the prison system. Early this morning, and this is where the news is. Dash it away and come here. Now, Chairman Wontumi, early this morning, started to complain that he was ill, very sick, and was shivering. They took him to the infirmary. That's another name for a clinic right there inside the Nsawam prison. And then he told the doctor that he was diabetic. I am diabetic. I am sick. I swear, if you leave me here, I'll die. Chairman Wontumi says he's diabetic. And if he's left in there for another 1 week, he would die in there. So they moved him from the diagnostic center all the way into the infirmary. I am a man of those years. Let me take you through exactly what the diagnostic center is.
Some of the excerpts of Chairman Wontumi, Pia Okopie mu ewo in some prisons, and yama be a course so and an black rasta elbow so ihina ye tie bi no. That is the update. Yama no ga say there. Still no how I say Enra was also crab pie mu on other cases. We pie mu court on some other cases. Ewo enkran hana ni nyina mu no Alan Kwadwo Chematin ono and the movement. The movement or then a buy 2024 elections in Nayomu na papa yi e de afutuo bi din kan call them my Chairman Wontumi say ohwe ne hu ye niema oye e wo party nim any aban ni mu time on 9 was no as ono Alan Cash no as ehwe na so enti ohwe ne hu ye because ono the son nsa e de no ebewura New Patriotic Party nim e ma ne ba ya asisi e waba be obey Ashanti Regional Chairman imposesi yi obeko for the national chairman na nyema bia back then as at the time I NPP wa konya so no ye no na Alan Cash hwa o say there be this is not the Chairman Wontumi mede no eba Ghana ha say mede ne ba NPP amanyokonum enye sa na me so ne sa ede ne bewuram so mra meye eji obi afutu koye ede ma Chairman Wontumi mra bi atwam na one for say say Chairman o tin sam no koye no kodai no say there me opi antimi me we ntimi me aban when president Yanko nti Alankas na futu ode ma chairman wontumi back then ansa na nsem we nyina ebeba ne yanko ne mra sese
anti ana meti say wo ye campaign against me cancel my kase and I know you say yeah many problem yeah but you too no pa because be your papa kai debi so I say if you wo menya o hwe and then want to me and what ye dedi o kan nyina no so we be done as ya anantramate na so done as me na me son is at the party but who is want to me tell want to me me and I'm the party now been painting up the party or a businessman small time businessman 2005 they cook kumase no be who me catch me say no we any see eka but I so almost for too long until I make us I so almost watch na ye can party I say na want me njano o me be dictating who be something na make us and what
statements in a public statement
me say as kasa or one they approaching me say ono onye sen ko be politics wo Canada na mo hwe the way I me politics no enemy say ma meka enemy ni so ade ehunu dia say I am pass me say meko a contest for MPP sadia obedi machi na first na me ji say bia aso odi agro afa mi du kwase no aba onu afrem no aye na mu say o ye serious me so sa time re the same thing me you na me I say mrantia wo mu work courage ni ade no me hu so is me na me so no nsa e de no call the business of constituency bo some constituency but say one no free me so no nsa me ka say enya ni chairman sa time na me dra me na so party no he became chairman ye ni chairman Bokun so che want to me edi machi no o chan ayi we ka say chief ayi campaigner me ka abona baso say we are smart who say Alan and betimi a guiding into politics but a trade no more and dey so hwe pa e so hwe na dachi say obi bua ma onya ba bi si a me ye na bro tie wonim say after obey you know obedi chairman so na musa o keka no nya na me son nsa esa de ne ma chairman for no say yenya the regional chairman ask him me ye the regional chairman na afi wanya edi asi awia na afi aya say afi de na unkwani ayi nipa o kasa eso bia anti ana meti say wo ye campaign against me cancel my kase na ara no ye say ya many problem there but you too no for pa because be your papa kai debi so I say if you wo menya o hwe na person who support you obi a there's no problem ubetimi adinachi but say wo ye open campaign against me I said, "O problem is saying, But we are regional chairman, should you do that? We are regional chairman, and I said, yeah. So you are supposed to be fair, and I'm a one. I want to why a cheerleader, and I would do, and I would kick us, but I don't put the infant to change."
Nti eno Alan Kwadwo Chematin na ode ne nsema tu dwa time ode chairman wontumi empo eba ni patriotic party mu ne niema oyedi ti no 2024 elections ni ade futu ode ma no ne sisi abia chairman wontumi akwakopie eho ensensem na yede ema mo na ye to ansem no so abranti a friend Prince Aboaje ono na party organizer for NDC or ye party organizer for Abuna West ono na ye party organizer for NDC Abuna West constituency na na saying ensem be to dwa wabra or ye video bi edit a baumia ene ne hokani ensem bebre na branch kan ye ono ene da screen so ensem bebre na odi eto dwa na em se ensem no na emu etwitwi kakra eno mu na ema Ghana police omo ekokofa branch yi se omo ko hena omo adi nasem anase omo aka nasem na ne nyina mu na yakofa abrantie di ne ba ye amanfo hu se ne ma sei na ekọ wadidi baumia atem waka nsem de afa ne ho ne nabusia amanfo bebre na kire se abrantie oda screens yi yi ho senka ye hwene ne famra kwan so na sesi am no ka sei eye baumia kasa oba bonte de nsem ma betu sa abrantie ne ye ngyan no because se obi bie na no kasa no ka nsem bi edifa ono baumia ho a enya de se obeye se yenko che no na yenko prosecute no yenko convict no yenfa no ko to afiase ne ade da bi ono de enya sa na oye ne ne manti o ka kire Ghana police munja branch no na onko ebi mo so si da bi but then ono ga such baumia ankasa de release buyer e was yeko na yeko kan mu ne de mamu na what are people saying e dey na manfo kan edifa eye baumia ni releaser or de e abey. What are people saying about it? Inti ebeko na yakwa kan release no ye wia ye cheche mu de mamu wia na yakwa he some branch and kan ye inti ye ma ye koche no enu mu ama baumia e release we aba so on your screens release a free baumia ho e buy we Dr. Mahmoud Baumia flag bearer New Patriotic Party press release 22nd July 2026. Dr. Baumia calls for the discontinuation of prosecutions undertaken in his name. Enti prosecution ya start and ya shase e woni dimu no of sre se omunka so. The attention of the office of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia has been drawn to the arrest and arraignment of an organizer of the National Democratic Congress in Aguna West who is being prosecuted for allegedly publishing false news and making offensive comments about Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Yes, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia in the office as the opposition leader and as a flag bearer for NPP. No, ono so nsa ka bi sa branch yensa aka no a branch and din Eddie Prince Aboaje Aguna West NBC omo organizer omo nsa aka no omo ekwa prosecuting and as omo ko nsam e court because waka nsam bi enye no kre and some offensive comments about Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Dr. Baumia wishes to state clearly and unequivocally that he has neither lodged any complaint nor sanctioned any prosecution against this young man or any other citizen. He does not desire and will not endorse the arrest or prosecution of any Ghanaian in his name for speech. To Dr. Baumia, Onwakasa as Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, flag bearer for NPP, on share say Yankonkochi Obia because Wakasa Tiano. And you know that sa arrest no. And on Pesi Ebebo Din say Obia Kokasem, Eddie on Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Yankonchi nipa no da bi enti ono also so sa ne ma no so enti se mo na munjai no also Dr. Baumia has been the subject of insults and falsehood throughout his public life. He has never responded with the instruments of state power and he will not begin now. His conviction remains that the answer to offensive speech is better speech and the answer to falsehood is truth, not handcuffs, courtrooms and crashing bail conditions imposed on ordinary Ghanaians. You see Dr. Mahmoud Baumia on one casano. He has been the center of insults. Sebi, our Ghana has said in his political career. And throw I attract so at him the day I the money yasim kremoni Sebi or preko ni na ya di omutwa de to no so se they were dan kremompo okwa sorry ni na yensem amanfo eka de fan ho ebi Sebi atem the day bi so ya throw omutwa to no so ni na mu no enya de se odi akire so because he has been a subject of insults for the political career mu nyina entinye nei na oba president edino Obeba be yes na wakuya kaseti abitimu nkoche no dabi. And the maker said the solution to false speech and the resolution to the attempt any false speech a correct speech also correct and some nipa ne kan ye no se nipa no so twa ntro the tool so the only answer you can give to the person is the truth, not handcuffs, not courtroom, not bail conditions so untimi ntua dabi ono nya sa no di ne dwuma. He therefore respectfully calls on the Ghana Police Service and the Attorney General to discontinue this prosecution and any similar actions purportedly undertaken on his behalf and to release the young man to return to his family and his livelihood. Into Ochemwa, Abranti and Munjai no man Kofie, or Ghana Police Service. Munjai Abranti Prince Aboaje, Aguna West, NDC, Aguna West constituency, organizer for the National Democratic Congress. Munjai no na onko na busia for Ghana's democracy is strengthened with when citizens, including those who oppose us, can speak freely without fear. And you also Ghana, your democracy are practicing no. Ni na ebetimi ahyemu kena ene se obi betimi akasa wa bra onsuro obetimi aka sedi o feel se eto abonten a onsuro. Dr. Bawumia forgives the young man, wishes him well, and urges all political actors to channel their energies toward the issues that matter to the Ghanaian people. Signed, Communications Directorate, way Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, ne office, and Omo Edi Efri Ebaye. Eti Oshemwa, Abrantie Prince Abuache, or wishing well. Say, Onko, Omujaina, Onko, na Onko, Kanabusha for home, na Omo Eni. The Nansa men are Prince Abuache, the Tuja. Say when you have been here, a by say a chair branch, you won't say the one yen tea action because you see, I was ya chink or for me and south and you know dada. And no, I send the brave, be where you come 1 year, be more so dear. I feel ye gusu come on some near day. Prince Abuaji, a dear and palm of Hokaye, ye ever conya hesa video ba. Time I didn't go court to sign a name city. Tia Prince Abuaji, some of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia one, Ghana Police Service or Maxima. Prosecuting. What are the responses to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? Ne release or the buyer no? Ni na so ye de be mamo. You're going to have video in your brasses here.
Bawumia Jimmy for Dinia one Casawa na Mukuno, Asia. I didn't call for your Bawumia. Bawumia didn't call for your former MP, so we MP before. Now we do man no Mukum, was young penny. Was ye be say Musu Medigana so, Abu be say. Shenanim, Esseco Tessero, a boy, who should be Ghana so. I got a pen more with the Ghana so, and what check or cool with the Ghana so. Was CBC, a boy, or former MP, so me MP before I would do one room wokum. Was CBC, Musu with the Ghana so. Vice President take obey a new dinko for you know by a president. A boy to say, Jimmy, Chrome for a man's castle and quaper to good dama, one, but we are chrome for I tell you about me.
Say Prince Abuaje ne vema or de eka sansem no odwe ho awon ti ase because say utimi kan sem bi say because ubako court maybe say evidence when I mean that ben na ko hu say ne bi say ekoso on the part of the former vice president enti eno any ensem abranche ya di ko tu dwa say am no ga say Prince Abuaje on your screens na so ayehye pa ewo Ghana ha say Ghana Police Service omo abakofa no na among for the one some baba then yabeba nyakwa release na ba ye no what are the response from Ghanaians ye de no be mamo but then ye che Prince Abuaje ye de no court no ye nko hemra sese then we'll give you the update what are people saying about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's stance on this release ye nko hemra sese
Chili.
Enti Prince Abuaje and I won't say a bank about a good inside, you don't know a courtroom no. Enti no any update. No, but then I'm not for the one so they say I'm not say almost as a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia actually one. And comments are branching into two social media no violating can say social media ethics. Ghana has say mra e so kasasa edigu social media be from tintan video no so na obi hu a enye right. Enti say Bawumia actually one. Still now no a case between Prince Abuaje and the state. Omo beto aso no omo di because saa infonyini no nkasa na ode beto abonten no watomra eno in another side. Then the other side of it people are saying say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ntisisi eni so bia be di watem na obeja na eni obedi president a wan ha untimi nka bibia o because edru maybe went me a chili pan because oba president there is no way say obi be can sem say afa ho na be ka say oh muma ne kan no nko da bi at that particular point, you know, and was say a henny can't some ye. Because said yes, you President John Dramani Mahama pays you, a you can't some edify on any who can you you got you mono. It is a step in the right direction. It is a osha say you who say be a so even when you were vice president, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, and some amount for canon be na de mamono. When Dr. Mahmoud Baumia no a vice president in Pono, amount for can say be brave fan ho wanya shey. But then in the states where he is the president of the Republic of Ghana, now man for try to be say the tune so and was say aban na nka say to amount the fa and that time no ebia ontimi enko ka ho asem antimi nko ye ho hwe e ma ne yeye enti amount for ase won hwe anamon no ontimi ye because all the president and your vice president na say ensem bi say ikoso a ehu behia say obema aban no ahwe no maka ho asem na afiri ho. And yes, sir, people cannot keep on insulting the president and go scot free. That one, it will not happen. Senya states no, and abiding ebe follow ni pano na umbe dine ti akwachi no akro prosecuting individually. People cannot speak ill like this against you in the state or in the capacity as the president. It's one way and among what to see and na that be anko ama mi boamo no. That is in some amount for a kind on this particular release from Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Now, if I try and send so Ghana for additional could and semi baby with the Arabian countries and Arab Asian countries no Dudwana Ghana for Dudwana Aquacudis and semi. Now there was a video circulating on the internet as you see a Ghana for Aquaco Kejemu some of the Asian countries, Iraq, Lebanon, Jordan, any other countries, Israel, I don't know. Foreign affairs minister someone look to black say because at those particular countries no Ghana for this you know 22 years and about 23 years my young ladies, beautiful ladies African hako piemu Jordan na di kusema tudwa the kind of treatment I do FM almost Ghana buying someone look at black. And when I chanced on this video, people were passing some comments. And some comments are you know, I'll share some with you. Ebi muso omonye Ghana for but what's your accent now? Who say girls to me you omoka say omonye Ghana for from a particular tribe in Ghana here. Tiwaka say tie accent no na hwese ehipoti no mu free. One focus omonye Ghana for no. Yanko ni girls me no mo nsema mo di tudwa na yemno asese.
We are from we that are from Ghana. We came here. That was June, and we came here. We are like we get here like 1.5 months. As we came to Jordan to work, no work for us. They are treating us badly. They are treating us badly. No food for us to eat, and where we have been sleeping is not good. And everywhere we go, where we are now, everywhere there is camera on us. We can't do anything. The way they are treating us, we can't record. And no food for us, and where we have been sleeping is not good. It's not good. And they say we should run to Ghana embassy. As we find out, Jordan here don't have Ghana embassy, and we told the people we want to go back to our country, and they say we should pay money. The amount they give us here is $1,920. $920, and they seize our passport. We can't go anywhere. We beg. We need your support. We want to come back to Ghana. We are begging. Please help us. This is what they will give us a day. This bread and this calipo. If they give you this one a day, unless the next day before they will still give you. This is what they have been giving us.
Adishare omo ehun Ghana for adishare se am no ka se omo ho akoka atwa mu ewo Jordan omo eka omo akosem na ni nyina ye agent we do betu kwan company wey omo panipa saa nkofo ya na ehye kire omo beboa nipa be 20 ano no nyina tu the same day omo nyina omo ko bu ya ni ache ye kwakoye adwuma obedu horo na wo mom ho sika no mo page. It is very sad. And Ghana for the shame, so they've called on the Foreign Affairs Ministry and the Foreign Affairs Minister, someone who could your tabla say, clamp it down, making sure say agents travel and talk, any a year, I mean, license, said that any Jumadi papa biya they should find ways to investigate them and shut them down. Because se oka so wanya adwuma ewo kro bi so Ghana for momra na yemfa mo enko na yebeye hwehwemu no there is no company with that name. You go and companies are created overseas that they need people to work with. So when a simple investigation, a foreign affairs ministry bet me I said agents travel and talk for me fake, we can clamp them down in Ghana. You bet me Seizure more operations. It's Ghana for me, almost show how people are being treated in some of these countries, Lebanon, Iraq, Jordan, Israel, a lot of that. SEC to almost share our foreign affairs and foreign affairs minister say omrana omo enko omo emwa eti quickly nyame akoni akotie Ghana for mienu almost ye mema mienu almost akosem omo di tudwa ene sere omo sere Ghana ban ye koni ehwe we ne brasese
yes foreign ministry yes mo fa mo nan ensi form emai nyanu mo wo amano ablakwa edi animu yes ye hu se wo ba adwuma wo ba ye wo ba adwuma ha South Africa ne wo ye na wo di Ghana fo abeduru ha sei enkofu osu wo Cambodia yesrawo enkofu osu wo Iraq na ne ama yesu ye dede ye pa cha say foreign ministry yesrawo bomode ni say Iraq videos are almost sending my Ghana for me victims yes aden for location e trom aden ye wo fact ye wo evidence nsema ye kan na yes let's say aban no na panimu bia o understand you he ye twitwa no he so obi ye hunhu he ba me fa he ye twitwa no kada ni paba kada ni pa understand ba ni he ye twitwa no basa kada ye understand basa understand bo kada ye no kada ye twitwa no sa no ye na ekoso sa okopa bibia bebi waton no amane bra wo bre na aton no so enye se wan tua wo ka nimpa no atua wo ka ono na wi ase yesi ya etinu se o wama wiska bia che se of course yes you can say yes foreign ministry yes foreign ministry yes mo fa mo nan ensi form emai nyanu mo wo amano to ablakwa edi animu yes ye hu se wo ba adwuma wo ba ye wo ba adwuma ha South Africa ne wo ye na wo di Ghana fo abeduru ha sei enkofu osu wo Cambodia yesrawo enkofu osu wo Iraq na ne ama yesu ye dede ye pa cha say foreign ministry yesrawo bomode ni say Iraq videos are almost sending my Ghana for me victims yes and voice note almost sending my omo makwa ebi mon num painkillers amomu omo kidney asay because oyare a say ni tin na ye ne ya say no para prescription the medicine ko ya say para e omo bosses na na send mom na areko sem e wo ni say diclofenac agency a wode no ko hono no waton na ma foreigners no and omo de Ghana edan a kire say Ghana has a light kura ebi ni ha say and omo de a kire Iraq for into wo ba now that them na fan esi uso light wo ho yetimi ehiti usuo with kettle ema wunya bi etwati enya se tea no kura wo na wutwa no wo twa ma boss wo hu microwave kura se ti otimi de microwave bi aduane ya kire wo no emo mu hu ni se Ghana wo ba ho kura no wo enjoy life because ye de wo de kire se eye baby a wo free no light ni ho road kura ebi ni ho network heaven network ni ho no perfect kura de phone who you should be that because who do one me seize your phone and seize your passport and to the other no koya adwuma phone kura bi nkura nti o ma obi say je fire call je bi hwe phone so kura screen say kura no nim say wa boa wo enjoy VIP treatment and chama omo treatment ade mo very bad ebi mo ye mo scribe it down ho edan a paint say ye painting no renovation down na bi say on ne dan o Ghana ha kro no be kwa so say ti Ghana for no na ewu nti foreign ministry srawo Ghana I think one of the victims who have been was in Ghana embassy bia ni Iraq Ghana embassy bia ni Iraq enti omo din kwan be fa so kro be dwane to embassy no because omo ti be dwane to embassy no na only passport kro be ti ma chere say agency A agency B yes na anje me passport SCZ me phone but we be say ni ho and na omo san ye pass omo say omo ye
working visa ne ho a wade nkofo 2 kwan san nkofo ni nyina foreign ministry betimi a enka fama Ghana youth say wa be hu obi san yen che no
yen check your money yen check obi
because all na nkofo
very bad
nkofo wu honom
nkofo bre omu di yaw obi wo ho say ya na me
obi o say Philippines lady back say ya je na yi ya che ne boss the boss ya ya me ya che no enti wotifie ho ono onya adwuma onidi wotifie upie nso ya be chew enye say come di no upie uni card o my card bi ti say Ghana card ya yusu o ni bi am from refi
e be accredit o say obi
yes ubeti mapie sa card no oni bi
ti say wa kwa amano na US yes wo green card eno na ebe ma permit say obetumi atena ho forever can
foreign ministry yes okunya to ablakwa
ona mo okunya to ablakwa yes
aduma mo boy yesram
sanko for na track your mind
ebe ba say bedrum re bi musimo sika puduo mo ne ho ahwan airline akwotena se so mo mo anam nso Ghana fo nyina na saka no da bi yesram ze say mo moa na yensi sa de na no konfi say Ghana fo makodi Jordan Lebanon Cambodia, Nicaragua, countries in the dust, Syria.
Kura wa te kura, ye ne be motivate you.
Who na man yes sramu. Se mo betimi a, we legalize sa no man. Say your chew say, wo so your connection man. Why your flyers here? Wo dey ani, wo ni document a che say, wo ya yi, wo run sa company no. Any country
am register business.
Any country wo ya adwuma kwa hono no. Sa country no, ya chew a, say ma wo kodam.
Ekosi ho krampo na e wo say wotumi fish out nimpa na oye agent wo honom no sa nimpa no e wo say finding out sa nimpa no oba
a so called young girl be princess ete Iraq and onu chama amefu achi ane ya wo pese be nyeska ya ton yo nya so mfa so tesi ya adwuma ya so wabre
obi ma me obi obetumi awo na ka say o de mari ade twa
ni na ekoso sa no
atete basa
ya na ekoso no the foreign ministry yesramo so me
come na see for my munya
bi ansa obi betwa kotoka no o passport wo di Iraq kwaye de wo ho jama wo nko o hyeso jama wo
adwuma ben na wo kwaye wo ho
jama wo nko Iraq yan foreign ministry ya deny ya se ma wo mfro plane ya ma wo nko flight no yan foreign ministry ya se ma wo mfo wo tu kwan ko Iraq yan ya ma wo nko
eno ano no
wo se wo ho na wo ko diye abebo Ghana besia kura ye foreign ministry ye say Iraq ye ma wo nko ye say Jordan ye ma wo nko Nicaragua Cambodia ye ma wo nko
oni bibi eye connection men me ye sure say ye omu kohia omu de omu beko eye amanoni no nti e kwa ye betumi afa so achi omu kura ne say okohia no wo ho no kura na e wo say foreign ministry o making known say sa nimpa we ono na odi we ekọ
yes
we are finding out from sa nimpa
sa de we na ekọ so no
because sikapudu to say 5,000 won't mean for be online oh my baby dabi before I saw the banana oh see the pan in person cannot
they tell me say yes they tell me say sa companies no mo no my baby free oh I'm an agent na jo wasa akwaje company
enti eno nsemo a ye de mamo a sisi ameno okasa dia mafo dodo na omo eni enje ho with agent ayemo e de nkofo tukwan efri Ghana hakopie eye kofoforo so omo koye adwuma na so omo be kono atete ene obra ye de omo ebefam no omo nyina esre foreign affairs minister Samuel Okujeto ablakwa ebimu so esre se on foreign affairs ministry omo kamom na omo enhwe anye hwehwemu enhu omo a omo ye agent omo Ghana ha omo de amanfo kopie mo baby na omo e de omo kofa atete mu no omo hwe na omo esi ni nyina ano ekwan emfa ema omo na ni nyina mu unse na omo de nsemi tudwa se ye no krase company bi wa mana ne krase oso oba be fa nipa Africa ha nukre mu no ebia na nyema dodo na ye free what I say ebia plane ticket bi e na obetwa but omo wie se no maji visa omaji way ubewie na ho sika nyina asan so be kono ebi o ha nukre bi anim se ebenya adwuma mpo e de amount omo sre foreign affairs minister foreign affairs ministry se omo kamom na se de omo yema South Africa for Ghana for Nicaragua Cambodia Lebanon Jordan Israel san kro we nyina no omo ehwe na omo mo Ghana for adehia omo akopie mu ho a omo eho e kire omo no Yɛbɛtoa so na yɛde update no deɛ yɛnsa aka ne nyinaa yɛde ne nyinaa ɛde ama bo nti yɛbɛtoa so na yaba ɛyɛ nkran pompuni mantam mu ha sɛ na nsɛm a ɛkɔ so no menka ne sɛ rumble style paa ɛna ɛkɔ so ne nyinaa ne sɛ ɛyɛ Ghana Police Service a wɔtama community 5 ɛna ɔmo ɛne suspected armed robbers bi ɛde esi ani ne nyinaa ne sɛ obi akɔyi sika wɔ bank na nsɛ na saa nsɛm no na tae ba paa a wokɔyi sika wɔ bank a na ɔmo atu adi wachi adi untitentete baabi a uduru o metimi ayere waji sika no ma agye tiri nyina ne se obi koyi sika e wo bank e na robbers yi omo etresi nipa no ankaka na omo agi sika na omo yes omo di dwane enti e ba se o nipa mu pamro o waji sika omo ko no omo ko for rafo bi enti rafo ni mu no omo start any police chasing wow o ma fa ha police afa ha we di ekire e na omo de ka no ko pemye ti omo de ka no ko pemye no ena nipa baako a ono eye suspected armed robber no oka hu armed robbers no oka hu ni bi no omo eche no omo ka ne de omo edi sika no edi edwane koye da nipa baako de omo sa aka na branch na so aye hye nti ebeko na ya kwa akohwe the scenes time a omo ye chasing ni nyina wie ya omo ensa ka branch no yenko ne hwe sa video no ne emra sese ye ba prison de na wo ho ye de nyina be ma yenko ne emra sese.
Man like you, you don't go right.
Enti Tower Community 5 and ye armed robbers suspected armed robbers are omo eko chesi obi a wakoyi sika wo bank omo eje ni husika enyina omo ede edwane a Ghana Police Service omo echesi omo asese yi omo atimu baako nti nipa baako ya chene no obaboa na nhwehwemu atimi akoso na omo maka no so omo ensa aka wo because omo maka no mu dwane ye no omo di sika ni nyina edwa na se na sa ne ma no koso pa ana ye kiremu a emre bi obi koyi sika bi somewhere around 40,000 no your pay bia area mu ho okoyi sika na Robert start chase no omo chase ni di ni tenta na omo koya omo ekogina omo agi sika no ntisa no gira traffic mu wo ye ho hweyeye ti omo titi motor so sa sharp na omaje omo sika na omo e de adwane enti ye be hwe ye ho ye se ukọ bank na uyi sika wa hwe ho ye kwan ya befa so a obe transport sika na ko bia e wo se wo de eko on your screens Tema Community 5 emra omo ensa eka abrantie no after so mu chesi ye no omu chesi no de fa how ni ra ni nyina mu echi omo ensa eka abrantie na se am no ka sei na so ye no e na wo hu no se o se singlet tie tira wo mo ano hudin abrantie na so ebe ye shepa na me kama update say ye be ko prisons ni akwa ko say enema ben ene koso ze na wotwe mu prisons ho nsem Bompa yese unya bayama ne ana uni obi enkonya asem so obeko prison e ho sem bebre ne nyina ne se menya bi amaye bisa de waye bida e na e ho de no mo ye wo ho ye bisa de wakọ ho aba na agrada nche bia na okotwa ba se 1 year e wo prison 1 year e wo prison yeji no e de ne ba ye na nsia ye de chema wontumi ekoto mu and or shared her experience oh prison ho na utie nsem ni bia orebe ho enti ebekọ na yetie evangelist mama part ne nsem odi to do about her experience was our female prison yankọ emra sese
bie udura no abie wonto ane sei oh hurray na just wawuram oh hurray no wawuram oh hurray ni wawuram munyai crying emojis no momo love no so officer no ko reporting me say me the underwear abewuram aso me the underwear abewuram ta wasa me kopa dross a to hunu bibia abegu na oyo bia wo twesofu a na yes person maame abrewa tumpo samiti hwei ne eba yes person ne ho mo twomi show mo twomu mi utwaso wi ara o mo re Auzia, be very careful I say Mr. Prison you fucking malafaka ruta fucking na de ya pa se wo fie na wo da wo jaguzi papa bi mu wo da wo jaguzi papa bi mu wo dware papa bi mu na won ko akra wo fie na se wonya wo mensesa de se ne tie monya very careful me se won ko wo fie kra na wonya wo mensesa na wo dware kra na sasabio o horo wase na menses ni bi yiba look at the way you feel it look at the way you feel it na munyina o ya wata na ya bodon wa obi ekwa kodwale 3:30 obi ekwa kodware 3:30 awia obi ekwa kodware na obeba na ma ni nyina ye bom ni ya woroworo ye ho nkrofo maame yi ye tweso de ye to ho na mu nyina mu gina one bathroom ho bom tenten na obi ehwe otwe wo sho obi de na obi hwane de na wutimi nya wo menses na obi ogina wo nchen so anya ne menses yo baby amu amonya mo menses mu begire dare na wo wanya wo menses na obi so anya ne menses eda ho no so yeni mu pani ni yeni mu akwala eni yeni mu osikani eni yeni mu odefo eni yeni mu prema ni yeni mu agrada ni yeni mu ghetto girl wo ya agrada akwa wo betu ghetto girl e wo ho na obi gira wo nchai na wanya ne menses na wa hohoro ni moja na yegu epem na we so yini moja epem na we yini moja epem na we yini moja epem na you don't have anywhere to go abusia it's very sad when you're very careful ye nyina na ebomu dare o nyina na ebom ne edware etie ne abia ma chama wuntumi kwei omo nyina bebom bia nkwala nketekete ne ahwa wotwe ne ahwa woto ho ne ahwa wotwe na wo so hwe obi twe na wo hwe obi to ho na obi anya ne mess sister bolavo ne so 2k bolavo ne so it's all this stress no obi ko famu ba san nipa no ho ohunu a hwe ne tutu enye is it's not easy. Oh, yes, I would do fear that would me that time I will pen our sorry. I said, then how what happened? So, then I want to bath. I said, you want bath? You want bath? Your roommates will report, they will report you. Hey, Mr. First day, pam. Ya dem me call sell. Na a ball for how much 5:30. How much 5:30? Na ya bo, me se bibia nya me ya say. Me ba fie kwa me ho na me te don no wo masum. Kwai all you mates abase. all inmates, hey. A boy who match 5:30. Mesuya, why you never prison don't know when why you wake up, you can't sleep. Now you must show say pain. Now I said me should be prison at there, show me chalawate. Show me chalawate. Your level, your space be what won't fetch a lot and the grand hole. Who could have a slow now walk on? I was so do nice form.
Also, obviously, school be actually be percent
I don't have a problem if you want me to come and educate them. Some may may say, Obi or person may educate the youths, a school for me, and I will come and do it. That is my calling. I will come and educate them. Say they should be very careful. Yes,
and she no evangelist my part na ordaining some to journey experience on some female prison and na orde to join na ye kokoti bi no. E ti re to ansem no so na ye di ni nyina e di amamo. Na ye rekọ afija seche east ye nyina nim se NPP constituency elections e course so basa ye bi course already no na ye di me can say ye the injunction atoso sa abato na ni kwasen ke baso a ebi mo start yes nka omo e ba beto aba allegedly and I say me can say speculations are na ekoso chemu a eye nana nkansa boadu one ne baba honorable mavis nkansa boadu omo hu ne se omo na na hye tire ema enema ekoso and I say election omo ye so mo ya eye okachiche free for so kopie mu o ma ne koye se bebre ye to aba ni wie ye NPP released by no muchemu said and near my course or honomuji abatoni so no tumwa ye na eno na the executives elect and the constituency chairman and the secretary the treasurer and your mama can kabo mu de me can say the press release by a press conference who say or what to say yes so mama to no e if just east or no metwam na omo nyintum yes, abani beto for if just say east almost about to be a new so if just say east one man for do na ka say now constituency chairman national secretary the asema tuja the release about in such as also yintum to me be na wo wo didi say aduma no na say am no ka say omo dey a chop aba you from unrecognized party executives party constituency executives NPP say omo ye unrecognized enti omo de acho packet share area aba omo pacho say omo esre omo fancho omo because se ebesa to aba no biewo a o constituency executive oni hutumi bia enti ebesa to aba no bi omo na besa akogina nti omo sre ensem omo de betu dwa previously after say to aba because ye to aba no wie na nadwo na na so omo nti omo chance say omo ye omo adwuma na sa enti omo de acho pa aba then call afija seche east unrecognized executives and we ever gonna chairman elect and the secretary elect treasurer elect omo achopa omo e dia ba yengo ne hwe video no na yemra sisi
yema party leadership ehun say election dey awie ye ni election bia ko biem until the next 4 years ye ni election bia ko until the next 4 years it is me that me team ano as chairman election bi enu a mehwe say ebesen asi e was our constituency we mu biem a efa constituency executive.
A few moments later.
Thank you very much for honoring our invitation. We called you here this evening, not for nothing, but to render an unqualified apology to our party leadership for a press conference that we held not less than a week ago. We said some things that we, upon careful thought, we've taken it back and we are apologizing that whatever it is, we know our competent leaders will be able to resolve it and there will be peace and there will be harmony in our constituency. So this evening, all that we are seeking for is a forgiveness from our leaders. That is all we are seeking.
Okay. Were you coerced to say what you are saying right now, asking the apology, or just after a careful thought that you think it's necessary to apologize?
Well, we can't be coerced because obviously what we said, if you yourself analyze it, you realize that there were some statements that we made that were unpalatable. There were statements that came out as challenging the authority of our national leaders. That is why we are here apologizing. That we are all one big family, hoping and working towards 2028 election. And we know that with unity, with the support of our leaders, our delegates, our teaming supporters, we are going to win the next election. So here today, we are apologizing to our national leaders.
So currently, do we have Efija Kwabre, Efija Secretary East? Do we have executives, current executives?
What we have here right now is Efija Secretary East party people here apologizing for some statements that we made not less than a week ago.
Enti eno ene achopa omo eyeye ede emo eye MPP mpanifo se omo sremo mo fa enche omo na sisi ede uti question na wo bisa de chi no sisi do we have party executives here in the Efija Sector East? Because first press conference omo here no omo se omo de omo start omo adwuma no because ya ye bibia de omo kama sisi ameno kasa yi omo astati omo eye omo adwuma enti nya de se omo ebehwe na obi abetwintwa omo na mu adwuma na omo ye no because ya to aba na eyi omo ya so omo nti omo astati eye omo adwuma nti enya de se obepene ama abato obi asa aba bekoso ewo Efija Sector East ho na omo se kraman so aka nso onwe omo anomaka nso omo enwe ye enti no any updates na ye de ema mo no nti on your screens honorable in cancer Mavis in cancer board omo kiremu a one ne papa na na omo hyase ema omo ebeke cancer nsem we nyina enti eno any update a ye de ema mo enti sesi am no ka say de Efija Sector East sesi abato no nsusu aso no leka bantema and some other constituencies omo twetwa mu no na Efija Sector East no eka ho executives elect na by so omo ntiase sesi am no ka say omo de achopa ba omo be pa party mpanifo acho especially JFK party secretary omo panacho so omo sere na omo fanche no se party secretary national secretary dey release beba na oti ontiase eno ena esesi ameno kasai omo edi achopa ba enti ye hwe ni mu court nsensem no sei na be kwa akọwie injunction na ye de to so ema amanfo praye ewo ho okateche free fa ni tiri ho sabe paipai ne ade ema ye de ne ko hospital mama ye de ne ko court ni ade oda hospital bed so cry so on be inform wan kasamra enti eno ho nsam ena sesi am no kasa die sa constituency ho no ena sesi am no kasa die eye dan ya kan ne ke ye be sa to aba ni nyina afoforo okateche free fa wo mu bi ena nana nkansa bodu enso so ewo mu bi ni ade ti chairmanship race no ewo Efija Sector East say na ebesi akọ na court nsensem asese ewo ho aye ka eye okateche free for wo mu bi no say na ni nyina so ebekọ akwakowie. So that is the update we have ayede emamo sese on Pinax TV because ensem no edoso pa asese amno ka say there omo ede achopa enso kese ede aba yenim se constituencies do na ena omo anya ato baba sisi omo agi atumi executives no omo yi omo executives ni na ewie omo start ye every flag bearership Dr. Mahmoud Omia ena ewi ni ye owie ye no omo ede aba me kan say constituency ti ewie abeko police station ni ade omo wi the national executives and so ho abato omo ebeba na omo ababeto enti ensem de bebre ena ebetimi efri hono ede abanti yenso de ebeto fom bia ebe make sure say de bema mo na mo hu de ekọ ewo the new patriotic party ni mu because said de enema esiko ye ewo Efija Sector East hono na enya de a efa no kwam because ye ni injunction ato so no when na be hye etire ahye se yenkoto aba no ema no ye odwe hu bebi a entiase enhye da anim ewo Efija Sector East hono enti se am na ka say de omo de achopa aba omo de achopa kese e de aba enti omo maka omo ka ho omo party ana say omo abato omo sunsu aso ye twa mu ni nyina no omo soso de no omo ahye se yento no foforo because the results and the happenings ni nyina omo de call e de command the neck the current national executives I wo ho any me can say omo mo hwe abato so edema eye NPP for no omo de na akoma omo so omo hwem some of the selected constituencies omo hwem hu se aba no yenji ntum anase yentwamu kra eno so another section a ye hwe se de be mu aba bia no ye be ma maso ati because se ye gi ebi mu de atumu a na che se em se ne kwan so ano no ye gi bi mu de atumu a na ye se omo ayeto aba ma omo wi ni ye no omo a ene be ko akwakwa di party nanim as constituency executive said ya momo de wo mehwehwem na se no so anko se de omo pena se ye betwam na yato aba no nyina efoforo aha aye Pinax TV ye the updates be brave ena ye de bremo ye de mo besi e wa ha ya